Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make our Touch a Clasp bracelet. This sparkly bracelet is sure to become your new favorite. Let's take a look at the products and tools we'll need to make it. For this project, we're going to be using 4mm Swarovski Crystal Bicone Beads in the Crystal Aurum 2x. I have the Erinite AB 2x. I have the Chrysolite Opal AB 2x. And I've got the light turquoise AB 2x. I have a 13mm gold-filled oval lobster-claw clasp. I've got a closed 6mm gold-filled jump ring. And I've got 2x2 crimp beads and 3.5 crimp bead covers. And for this bracelet, just because it's so pretty and sparkly, I went ahead and I'm going to use the 24 karat gold extreme soft flex beading wire. If you don't want to use this beading wire because it is a little bit more expensive, you could totally put this together with just the basic soft flex. And for my tools today, I have crimping pliers and wire cutters. You can find links to all these beads and supplies in the description below. So let's get started. Okay, so to begin my project, I went ahead and I cut about 10 inches of the soft flex beading wire because my bracelet, once I put on the lobster claw clasp, it comes out about 7.5 inches. So you need those couple extra inches so that you can make your crimps. So I'm going to take one end of the soft flex. I'm going to pick up one crimp bead and I'm going to go through the loop on the lobster claw clasp. I'm going to bring my soft flex back through that crimp bead, and I'm going to pull it down towards my loop on my lobster claw clasp. You just want to leave a little bit of room there so there's some movement. If you make it too tight, it could possibly break. So it's always nice just to give it a little bit of freedom down there. So to crimp it, I'm going to use the back notch first. I'm going to crimp it one time, then I turn it and use the front notch, and I normally crimp it 2 more times, but normally just 1 more time is fine. So using that back notch first, I'm going to crimp it 1 time, then I'm going to turn it and move it to the front notch, and I'm going to crimp it 2 more times just because that's how I like to do it, just for good measure. Make sure it's nice and secure. Then I always give my soft flex a little tug just to make sure it is nice and tight and then it doesn't just slip out of there. Then taking your wire cutters, you're going to cut off your tail for your soft flex, taking care not to cut your working wire there. Okay, so now I'm ready to string up my pattern. And this pattern is kind of a little bit of a color blocking. We start out with the Aurum, then we go to the Chrysolite Opal, and then it's the light turquoise, and then it's the Erinite. And these front parts are just broken up by one of the Aurum beads. So first I need to string up 11 Aurum beads, because that's what this back part is made of, is 11. And I just can't get over how pretty and sparkly this bracelet is. It is so cute. Makes you want to just have an entire armful of these. And this would be a really cute set if you took these same bead colors and just did a couple different bracelets and different, color blocking. That could be super cute. And it's fun too for summer. It's like nice and bright and reflective. So you just want to go ahead and string on your beads here. I'm just going to count and see how many I have here. So I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, and 11. All right, so I've got my back part done. And now I'm at the part where I'm going to go ahead and do my Chrysolite Opal here. So I'm going to grab 3 of those. I'm going to string on 3 of those guys. And then I'm going to string 1 Aurum bead. And I really like how just the 1 Aurum bead kind of breaks up the colors in the front. It just gives it a nice framing. And then we're going to do the light turquoise. So I'll grab 3 of the light turquoise. String those guys on there. And then I do 1 more Aurum. And then for the front part, I just go ahead and I string 6 of the Erinite. And the Erinite there in front makes a nice little focal front part. These AB 2x colors are just so pretty. I just love the sparkle. So get your last 2 on there. And then the pattern is just reversed. So I'm going to grab another Aurum bead. Then I'm going to grab my light turquoise. Grab one more Aurum. And I'm going to do my Chrysolite Opal. And then at this point, I am ready just to do 11 of the Aurum again to finish off the back side of my bracelet here. So I'm just going to string up 11 of those. Okay, so I'm at my last bead here. All right, I'm just going to set my little extra beads there. All right, so I've got my bracelet strung, and so got my pattern all done and everything there. So now I'm ready just to add my closed jump ring to the other side of my bracelet, and that's what my lobster-claw clasp will attach to close. So to do that, same fashion as we did the first part of the bracelet, you just pick up a crimp bead. You're going to go through the closed jump ring, and then you're going to bring that beading wire back through that crimp bead. There we go. I'm just going to pull it down here. All right. Again, you want to make sure there's a little bit of movement there. You don't want it to be too tight. So I just always give it a little bend to make sure it's going to lay nicely and stuff and drape nicely on your wrist. So now I'm ready to go ahead and crimp this other side here. So in the same fashion as I did the front part, I'm going to use the back notch first on my pliers. I just want to make sure because it seems like it's got a little loose here. So there we go. All right, so I'm going to grab it using the back notch first. I'm going to crimp one time, and then I'm going to turn and flip it to the front notch, and I'm going to crimp it 2 more times. And I'm just going to give it a little tug, make sure it's nice and tight there. Set that aside, and now at this point, I am ready to put on my crimp bead covers. So to do that, you use the front notch of your crimping pliers. So I just always kind of pick them up with that front notch and hold it very gently. You don't want to smash it before you get it over your crimp bead. And you just put it over that crimp bead cover. It's a little hard to kind of show here and not have the fingers in the way. So you can kind of see there it's over that crimp bead. Doesn't want to hold still very good for me. Let's try it again. There we go. And then you just gently close it around that crimp bead, and it just gives a nice finished look to your bracelet. Then I'm going to do the same process for the other side. Picking up your crimp bead cover with the front notch and just sliding it over the crimp bead and gently closing it. And there you have this A Touch of Clasp bracelet that is so sparkly. You can find all the products and tools for this inspiration design at fusionbeads.com.